Hey everybody, it's Red Ribbon. It's good to see y'all again after such a long time. I know it's been a bit and I am sorry for that. I decided that I need to take a long break from YouTube and recording and really decide whether or not I really wanted to continue something down that line. And I decided that I did. And today, we're doing Dungeon Clawler. Now, I saw this after watching one of the many live streams Vinny from Vinesauce has done, and he opened my eyes to this particular game. I love claw machines, I love roguelikes, and this game fulfills both, so I want to play it. I have already a file here, but like, oops. I have a file here, and as you can see, I've unlocked quite a few characters. In terms of which one I'm gonna which character I want to play, there's tons of characters, but I think for my first playthrough, I'm gonna start with this one, Anne Bunny. At a young age, Anne Bunny set out to sea to become a pirate and find the lost treasures of the world. Seduced by the promise of great riches, she entered the dungeon, but little did she know that she will be the one to lose something that she holds dear, her own leg. I like pirates, and I'm guilty of making tons of friggin' so I play a lot of D&D, and the Herringon are like one of my favorite races to play as, and so Pirate Bunny kind of just spoke to me. I have played this before, so I will play at level 1. So level 0, it's just normal difficulty, or average run. I'm going to play at least at level 1, where I take 30% more damage. Normally on your normal first playthrough with a character, this feature is unlocked. This feature is locked. But since I have beaten a run with her, I'm going to play it. So each one of these Lucky Paws have their own like abilities. For Anne Bunnies, one of your claws always is a harpoon, replaces one of the default claws. I love this particular claw, so this is great. Not, I feel like I need to say it for like not because of weird reasons, but no, it's a foot, people. I can't make this any less weird if I tried. Next one is Hair L Quins, which is items have a 30% chance to be temporarily upgraded when dropped into the machine. That is hilarious and fun, and I can't speak of the praises of this game. I think for the last one, I think I'm gonna pick Sir Bunlots. That's the normal main character's one. I think I'm gonna pick Sir Bunlots. Just extra HP is always nice. Alright, let's do a run. Oh. That map does not look great at the way I'm doing this. Oh! Oh, that's interesting. Oh god, I forgot she's by default, that's her thing. That just makes both claws that. That'll be very interesting to work with. I'm gonna fix this real fast. Look, as much as I love the harpoon thing, that only works for me if only one of them is like that. It's a great, like, strategy around things, but that's fine. So I can get Sir Bunlots. I'll take Mr. Boney's Paw, and Hair Elquins is always good. Let's try that again. Alright, cool. So this is the normal kind of a setup you got going on. Normally you have two types of this claw, but since I'm playing as Anne Bunny, she starts off with one of them being the harpoon. So here's how this works. You pick some stuff up from your little claw machine. You get like your little standard weapons and stuff from your deck over there, and you pick them up. You drop them in there if you're lucky. This is a claw machine. This has a chance to screw you over. Since I have 20 shield, I'm gonna just go for this. So every weapon kind of has like their usual own property to them. For example, ooh, I love this. So every time you win a match, or not a match, but you win a round of, you win a fight, you get your little pick of rewards here. I love the eye patch. I love critical damage. It's like one of my favorite things to work with. So I'm gonna pick that. Shields are obvious. You get like a shield. Your little number by the shield is just how many hits you can take until the shield goes away. I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm not too worried about the first couple of rounds. Are fairly easy. It's almost impossible to get screwed over. That's not to say you can't be, so be very careful. Like, if you are not careful, you can get beat the hell up real fast. I'm not going to waste too much time here. At least not in these beginning fights. So that eye patch increases my critical hit damage. So if I had, like, a lot of critical... So it lets me instinct... So I'm always going to crit, and it increases the amount of damage I do per crit. Okay, you got water bottle, fills the machine with water. If the machine is already filled with liquids, it refills the current liquid. This gives me block by 15, decreases amount by 5 each time it's used, resets after each fight, and the ring of strength. I'm gonna go with the ring of strength because I've learned with Am Bunny that you can do so much with her. I'll take this. What the hell? You can do a lot with her. She's great at setting up. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can set up quite a bit with her. What do I want to do here? I want to deal more damage is what I think. So this is like the little... This is like a little token room. You can get these little token things that give you an increased chance of, like, going for the type of stuff you want. Like, say if you want more damage or more critical hit, or like if you want to dodge attacks or heal more. I personally like to set Ann Bunny over here up for dealing damage and dodging attacks, so I'm gonna worry about damage first. Also, look at how adorable Grandma Bun is. She's freaking adorable. I love you, Grandma. I'm gonna take some of your funds, but thank you, Grandma. Grandma, I love you. Love you a long time, Grandma. Alright, so here's an annoying... So this is our first boss. As heard by this music and the fact that he has way more HP than everybody else. This boss is not that bad, honestly. It does introduce a... So if you see that little arrow icon above his head... I'm doing this like this game hasn't been out for a while. But if you've seen this little icon above his head, that means he's about to upgrade himself. So that right down there is spike damage. How spike damage works is every time I hit the enemy, that is damage I'm going to take equal to the amount of spike stacks they have. So he has 3 spike stacks. That is 3 spike damage I'm going to start taking. I'm just going to... I'll be honest with you. I'm not that worried. So I'm just going to end this fool. At the end of every boss fight, you will completely heal. You'll completely heal up. A good strategy of what I like to do is that I like to beat the boss first if I have the HP to do it. Then go visit Grandma, because sometimes Grandma's good for healing. And other times Grandma's great for just piling on the funds. I'm going to choose this way. You had your choice of, like, the anvil looking room or this room. I chose this room because I don't have enough money for the anvil, and I'll show you what that does in a bit. If I ever get there. Which I will. So I'm sure you've noticed how some of my stuff over here is golden. That is the upgraded version of some of these things. So because of XIII's paw ability, I instantly get upgrades. Well, I have, it'll randomly upgrade my stuff. So, you know, if you want to, like, upgrade your stuff, but don't want to spend the money, XIII is a great way to do it. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I can take out the dragon guy fairly quickly, so I think I want to do that. This is still a claw machine, so you can mess this up. You can misjudge, like, you can totally misjudge like a claw grab, but that's kind of the reason why I love the harpoon. It's so precise. Ooh, what do I want here? Now, obviously, from the looks of this, there are status effects in this game, and they can be real annoying. You can also reroll if you want to try to get something better. I'm gonna see if I can. Ooh, ooh, I want these. So brass knuckles are like my favorite. They apply 1 dodge to you. And dodging can be like a life-saving thing by the end of this game. Okay, so... Ooh, what do I want here? So, magnetism. It increases the range of my... If I were to get some magnets, it'll increase their range. All metal-based objects will be attracted to the magnet, and you can, like, kind of gather them up in one big scoop. Or I can get the Shredder coupon. So, every service in this game has a cost to it, and the Shredder is no different. Even if it's like, oh, I just want to get rid of this thing because I don't see myself using it, too bad, you gotta use the Shredder. And it's gonna cost you money to use the Shredder. Alright, so now you can see I got 2 stacks of dodge right there. So that just means if the enemy were to attack me twice, I would dodge both attacks. It's super useful. What does this guy got going on over here? Adds 1 poison to the player at the end of the turn. That is levels of root. Oh, well. I mean, oh, well. I guess I'll take another small sword. So I already have XIII, which is that character right there. If I had not unlocked her, she would be standing there. Yeah, I like that. I will do a run with XIII because she is like one of my, or they. I really don't know these characters all that well, but they're one of my favorite characters, and it is so much fun playing as them because they are the low random type of character. Like I'm not doing XIII justice. I'll just have to do a playthrough with them at some point. Alright. So the harpoon always gives you 2 of whatever you get with it, so long as it's the only weapon you pick up. Or only item that you pick up from it. So as long as it is the only one, it'll always give you 2 of whatever it is. So because I had an upgraded, already had an upgraded knuckle duster, it gave me 2 of those knuckle dusters, which gave me 4 stacks of dodge, which is super useful. I've barely taken any damage. Like I said, like I said, this character is so much fun. You just gotta be real careful with how you use them. Okay, so I learned the hard way. The thing that they show you is the thing they want you to get. It does not matter if you decide, oh, well, I don't need the health potions. I'll just grab this. No, you gotta grab what they tell you. I don't need the battery. It's not my thing. I got decent health, so I think I'm just gonna go for the gold here. Thank you, Grandma. Everybody thank Grandma. She's a sweet sweet lady. I am not her grandchild. Sir Bunlot, the main character, is her grandchild. And like every character in this game just kind of shows up, takes her money, and leave. That's why I make sure to thank her. Because Grandma is a sweet, sweet lady. Alright, got a new boss here. This boss can be kind of annoying. His whole thing is that he stacks shields on himself. Which is like, ugh. Hold on, what's this do? Blocks do not reset between turns. Yeah, okay, yeah, so he has essentially infinite armor once he gets started. And it's annoying. I don't like him for it. I mean, technically speaking, I'm not too worried about it, but like, screw you anyway. There is a good weapon that can really like mess this guy up. It's the axe, because the axe will instantly get rid of any armor that somebody has. Ooh, what do I want to do here? Well, not that. No, well. Wait, what perk do I have on that lets me, like, have armor like that? Oh, I bet it's Sir Bunlock's. Alright. Alright, I know what I want to do. I want to see if I can get this eye patch here. Is the resolution good for this, by the way? Like, hold the phone. I'm going to see if I can fix this real fast. I don't know. There, I want to see if that's better. I feel like that's better. Except it's not now. Hold on. There, I hope that's better. I got sick of fighting with it anyway. I'm sure OBS will be a far better thing to be working with than Bandicam, but like, I don't know how to use OBS, so here I am. Probably could have just ended him. Alright. Not what I wanted, but sure. I guess my armor can hopefully handle the rest. Ow. Yeah, I'm gonna just end this guy already. He can be annoying, but he's not that bad, in all honesty. There's far worse bosses in this game. Ooh, do I want the bulwark? I think 15 right off the bat is good. I don't have a lot of critical damage stuff, so I can't really work off of it. For the sake of showing it, I'm gonna show you the... Oh, well, that works out anyway. So this is the blacksmith. You can always just upgrade your stuff here. Mind you, the more rare, the higher rarity of the item that you're upgrading, the more it's gonna cost you. Like how I upgraded none of my actual weapons. But this is totally worth it in the long run. I'll go for this. Yeah, that'll do. My armor suffered none the wiser. I'm positive I used that wrong. Oh god, I must sound terrible on the phone. I'm sorry. So how's everybody enjoying their new year so far? Like, honestly, how's everybody doing? I'll admit, it feels weirdly good to go back into recording after such a long hiatus. I promise you, by the way, Sly Cooper is not gone. It's just, I really... Not to get into too much detail about my life, but I went... There's been a... I was going through a bit of a thing. Like, a whole lot kind of happened, and my mental health kind of just took a nosedive for it. On top of just feeling continually tired from work, it was just... I really wanted to had to ask myself, is doing YouTube something I still want to do? Ultimately, I found the answer was yes. I very much enjoy it. Even just the fact that I'm talking into the ether for some strange reason, it doesn't feel bad to do. I'm having fun, you know? I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So, ultimately, yes, I said I want to continue this. Even if it's just out of my own pure enjoyment at this point. I do have a question to the people who do watch me, because apparently there are people who do watch my videos, and like, I gotta honestly ask, what is it about my videos you really like? Is it because I have seen comments saying that my videos feel like old school, like YouTube videos? Like, first of all, that's not intentional. I'm just really bad at editing. And apparently pachinko. I'm a gambling addict. And apparently I'm really bad at pachinko. Okay. Now. Anyway, first of all, I'm really glad that some people feel really nostalgic watching my videos. Like, I'm glad to hear that, honestly. That's not my intention, but I am glad that some people feel that way about my videos. I'll admit, I wish I was better. I don't go for critical damage. Why the hell not? I wish I was, like, better at editing and stuff like that. I do try to practice on random videos that I kind of just have saved on my computer. See if I can get better at editing them, learn new techniques out of it and all that. I also want to thank everybody who, a lot of people who, you know, who encouraged me to keep going. Like, it's just, well, I have a lot of fun doing this. I said that already, but I feel like it bears repeating. I do have a lot of fun doing this. I may have mentioned it before, but Chugga Conroy is like one of my favorite YouTubers. He's been a big inspiration as to why I got into YouTubing to begin with. By the way, that Luxord has like a special ability. I believe it's RB. No, LB. Yes, right here. So Lucky Sword attacks nearest enemy for 5. Lucky ability, 10% chance to do 15 damage to all enemies. I hate this guy. By the way, this guy's horrible. He has this ability where he drops a bunch of the, like, he can drop 2 of these bombs here. And when he does, it's the most annoying thing on planet Earth. If you don't get them out, you'll suffer the damage from them. So sometimes you just want to prioritize it. I mean, if you have, like, the health to deal with it, then, like, whatever, just deal. But I don't, so I gotta do something about him. Ow. But yeah, just to go back on my spiel, Chugga Conroy was a huge inspiration to me as far as becoming a YouTuber. I enjoy his videos, and I wanted to do the same. That's why I chose Mother 3 as my first Let's Play ever. Which, honestly, I kind of want to go back and continue. It's just Nintendo's been real anal about the whole ROM thing. Not to say that's what I've been doing, YouTube. Anyway, but they've been real anal about it, so I kind of want to avoid YouTube's wrath if given the opportunity. I think I'll go with Catsuit. Always having a dodge on me sounds good. That potion bottle thing, that was the... Ooh, I want that. That was the, what is it called? The alchemist shop. I'm bad with alchemy in this game. I don't get it. I don't get what I want out of... That's not how that worked. I don't know what I want out of it, so I tend to just stay away from it. So yes, ultimately I decided, yes, I'm going to continue YouTubing. Even if it's just for me, I still enjoy the process of it. From editing videos to sometimes just having you guys react to them. Seriously though, I do want to know what some of you, why some of you watch me. I am not the most entertaining YouTuber on the planet. I can't be. I know I'm not. I am nowhere near, like, delusional enough to even believe that. Even if if someone had told me. So I'm, like, genuinely curious, like, why some people like watching my videos. Like, do I really give, like, a nostalgic YouTube feel? Like, I'm happy to hear that. Like, I'll do my best to continue it, I guess, but I also feel like some people don't want that because YouTube's environment has changed quite a bit. Especially on the front of cursing. Like, to be honest with you, I swore like a sailor. I still do now, but, like, I especially did that in my early YouTube videos because I didn't really care. Like, I honestly didn't care as a kid. Like, well, kid, I was 17. But, I guess kid's kind of the right word. I don't know. I don't like calling teenagers kids. Because, you know, they're not young adults. Like, no, they're not. But, like, you know, Kid's not always the right word either. Sometimes I feel like we forget that teens go through shit too. That was worth it. I feel like we often forget that teenagers go through stuff too. Like, I know a lot of the time it's like, oh, well, they're just kids because they're not adults. But, like, sometimes I feel like a lot of people forget what it was like to be a teenager. Like, I'm going down a weird fucking rabbit hole here. Rabbit hole because I'm a rabbit. Anyway, yes, I was a teen when I made that. When I first did my YouTube stuff, I did it on, so I did it on a school laptop that they gave us. And that's where I started recording my first YouTube videos. And that's why the first ever YouTube video I did of Mother 3 sounds god-awful. So bad that I had to go back and redo it. I still have that YouTube video up too. Like, I'm not putting it away. I like to serve it as a reminder of, like, how I started. Now, some people will definitely argue that I haven't improved much since then, but, you know, I like to think I have. Of course, I will always appreciate feedback on my videos. So if, you know, anybody's got something they want to say about my videos, please feel free. I do enjoy having feedback. I mean, there's always the whole, oh, well, it's good for engagement. No, I just want to know what people are into. I never played games that are popular on my channel just because I never worried about it. I never worried about being super popular. In fact, that sounds like such a headache. Constantly having to evolve my channel in order to, like... one more. I'll go with Poison. Poison's a fun stat. Like, constantly having to evolve my channel and content, it always just felt like such a headache to keep up with, man. I don't know how big-name YouTubers do it all the time. Like, honestly, it baffles me. Like, it honestly baffles me that how some YouTubers, like, continually, to this day, do more and more for their channel. And yeah, that means for me, like, and I'm one of hundreds, if not thousands, of gaming channels. I am not delusional enough to believe I'm special in any way, shape, or form in terms of my content. I'm not. I am a dude with a webcam, not a webcam, but a recording software, with recording software and, oh, good job, Red. And, I'm a dude with recording software, a mic, and, like, some spare time in his life. That is who I am. I am not special. And I'm under no delusion that I am otherwise. Like, and I know I'm not even the first guy playing this game. There are a bunch of people who play this game, some of which I watch. And they play this game way better than I do. You know, I enjoy myself. That's just the end of it. I don't want the continual headache of, like, constantly, like... No, that's not the right way to put it. You should always seek an audience, is definitely it. You need a niche nowadays, especially in YouTube. Like, you need a niche. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts to it. Because, the art's a word. The art of recording YouTube videos is not special. Not in any way, shape, or form. There's hundreds of people doing it. But, like, what I do feel like is big is just, you know, there's gonna be people who's gonna watch you. Again, I question the people who watch me all the time. But there's somebody out there who is gonna watch you. So I feel like you shouldn't, like, overly stress on who's seeing you. I'm gonna go for that. It's not even a question. Free reroll, and, like, I'll take that. Hey, Grandma. I love you, Grandma. Thank you. Full of love. Why are you in a dungeon? Grandma, that's raising a lot of questions for me. Questions I didn't think I'd be asking up until now, actually. I've been relying on these, so I definitely need to... Like, I don't know how else to put this, other than there's gonna be an audience for you somewhere. Somewhere in the ether of YouTube, somebody somewhere is gonna like you. gonna like your stuff. Is it always gonna be guaranteed that way? Absolutely not. Now I'm a little, throat's getting dry, sorry. But, you know, there's somebody out there for you. There's somebody who will find your content enjoyable. In fact, I've found myself having a hard time finding new YouTubers to watch. That's why I just started, like, perusing. Just, like, you know, go out there. Find somebody you wouldn't think you'd like. Like, even if it's like, oh, they don't have a whole lot of views. Well, sometimes they're just waiting for the right audience to show up. I mean, obviously, do something to stand out. You can't just hope. Like, you know, you can't just, you know, pray to the YouTube gods in the hopes that an audience kind of drops itself on your lap. Sometimes you gotta go out there, says the guy who never advertises uploads like once in a century. But, you know, I say keep going for it at the end of the day. What's stopping you, really? I mean, for me, it was time and my mental health. But aside from that, I'm pitch perfect. Oh, God. Sorry, this game's really... There's not a whole lot to say about this game as far as, like, the content in it goes. It's just... No, that's untrue. There's a lot to say about this game. But I guess I'm running out of stuff to talk about. That's the other thing about being a YouTuber, man. You gotta have, like, stuff to talk about. I mean, sometimes you can just say whatever you kind of want. I mean, that's ultimately, like, sometimes the best thing about YouTube. There's nothing in this room I want now, not because I'm broke. Not because I'm broke. Because I'm a little broke. Don't worry about it. But yeah, you can kind of just say what you want into the ether. Like, sometimes you get those YouTubers who just kind of don't say much, and it's like, kind of what's the point of why do you even have a, like a mic on? Like, why do you even have the mic on at all? I mean, granted, I watch, like, no commentary playthroughs of YouTube videos. Mainly because it's just, I really want to get invested in the story of whatever game I'm playing. Oh, not of the game I'm trying to watch, because, I guess just a shout out to this particular YouTuber, Wishing to Call is somebody I've been watching recently. Mainly because I've never played the Spyro, the Legend of Spyro games. And she has, from the looks of it, and I don't feel like putting myself through that. I remember the Legend of Spyro games because I had a friend who had one. Who had, like, one of the games, but I never got into it. I don't know why. To be fair, my history with Spyro is a little weird. I don't hate Spyro. But I never got big into the Spyro games until a bit later in life. Like, well past the point where my age would have, like, cared about it, I guess. Because when I was really... How old was I when Skylanders came out? I was definitely, like, in middle to high school when Skylanders came out. Yeah, I was definitely in middle school when Skylanders was a thing. And I hated what they did to Spyro. Like, I despised Spyro and Skylanders. Like, that is not my purple Dragon Boy. Even though I was a much bigger Crash Bandicoot fan. But I, for some reason, was just like, nope, I take that personally. I'll go with Mystery Room, why not? But yeah, so when the Spyro games, when the Skylanders came out, I was, like, over it. So I was kind of over it with Spyro. Are they trying to help me? Fish friends, thank you. It's just not the same without her here. But yes, back to my insane ramblings over Spyro games. But yeah, sometimes I do watch YouTubers, like YouTube videos, and just not have the commentary on. Screw it, why not? Because, well, I want to get invested in the game. That's my best excuse. And so if that's my way of doing so, then I'm gonna do it that way. being said, you know, sometimes some people just really do need that chance. Sometimes I do, and thanks to Sergeant Ducky, to anybody who watches Sergeant Ducky, I am a part of the Duck Army. I have a Gay Tuesday hoodie that I'm actually currently wearing because I love my Gay Tuesday hoodie. To any and all who are fans of Sergeant Ducky, I was listening to one of his podcasts, and he talked about that. He talked about how sometimes he just go and find a random YouTuber and how he just listened to their live streams, and sometimes they have a lot more personality than you think they do. Granted, there are a lot of boring ones out there, just people who are just sitting there barely saying anything and all that. But sometimes you run across the ones that are like very, very fun, a lot more fun than you think they are. Like recently I came across a YouTuber named Kronos Plays, and that's because I have never played Final Fantasy VIII in my life, and I tried, and I'm bad at it, so I wanted to watch somebody else play it, and he was right there. So I watched him play it, and I don't know, I kind of really liked his personality, so you never know what you're going to find on YouTube, is my main point of my rambling. You're never really gonna know what you're gonna find on YouTube, and you might find somebody that you're a lot more, that you connect with a whole lot more than you think you do. Not that I claim that you should form parasocial relationships. I do not know where that's coming from recently. Like, I don't know where parasocial relationships on YouTube are coming from. Like, people who think they have some type of relationship with somebody way more than they think they do. But, you know, aside from that, can you believe all this started with me just kind of explaining my headspace? What else can I ramble on about? This is a nice game to kind of just ramble on about because there's not a whole lot, like, on screen that I feel like I need to talk over. I have been playing a lot of D&D. Liquid nitrogen, those front. I don't really use that. I like that flame sword. The flame sword's like one of my favorite weapons. Let's see if I can get a better thing than this. Nah. Lighter will do. That'll pair well with my flame sword. Come on, I'm not that bad. Yes, I am. Last chance. That dropped like a brick, didn't it? I'm gonna just move on with my life. Not what I meant to do, but here I am. Oh no. Alright, this is a decent start. This is a decent start. It's just, I'm gonna take these. But you guys, I've been, like I mentioned earlier, I play a lot of D&D, and my friends like to play, so we like to play with homebrew content. We don't mind we have, actually, you know what, no, I won't even begin to lie about that. We have our issues with rules as written. Like, we have a lot of rules that we don't care for. Like, for example, I don't like the fact that most D&D campaigns sort of just start with, especially if you're if you're first level, that's totally fine. When you're third level, I feel like there's no real good reason outside of, like, character reasons that you should be broke. Like, you've been adventuring for a little while, you're third friggin' level, why are you broke? Like, explain to me why you have no money. Like, you should have a little bit more cash in your pocket than what you got going on right now. That's why I have a homebrew rule. I have like a house rule when I'm DMing. And actually, funny enough, a lot of us have adopted this as our house rule. If you are first level, you are allowed to have, you don't get starting gold. However, if you are second level, you get half your starting gold. So, you know, you roll your starting gold and, like, you roll half. Unless you're already under half than what you would have as the maximum, then you can just keep that. If you are third level, roll your starting gold. Just go for it. Because there is, like, no reason you should be broke. Unless there is a story character related reason, like it's related to your character that they don't have money, like they're just bafflingly terrible with money, then, you know, it makes sense. Your character is just bad with money. That makes sense. Like, you're just bad with money. That's just your character's thing. Or maybe your character just doesn't believe in money. I'm gonna let this rock. Yeah, maybe your character just doesn't believe in money. But for the most part, like, there's no good reason you shouldn't have money. I don't have a use for either of these things, so I won't use them. Hi, Grandma. Love you, Grandma. I'm gonna take more of your cash, Grandma. Thank you. I'm gonna go this way. Let's go gambling. Oh, the pill that turns on my strength in the block. Well, if I ever find the need to do that, I will. Oh, good. I can't even upgrade my lowest stuff. Never mind. Let's go this way. But yeah, that's generally how our table kind of works now. Because it makes no sense. You're 3rd level. Why are you bad with... Why do you not have money unless you're just bad with it? Realize that probably doesn't do what I think it does now. What else am I thinking of at this exact moment? I guess to continue on the D&D train, I have been working on a D&D campaign for a little while, and I'll be honest with you, being a DM kind of scares me. Like, I'm always kind of worried that I'm not doing good at all for my group. Like, I know it's a ridiculous fear, like, oh, everybody feels that way, but it's just... My self-confidence is not that great when it comes to D&D. At least not DMing. I should get back into it. I D&D with, you've heard them on the channel before. Xylomek, Midori Phantom, Death by Straws, even Chaos Wolf. I D&D with those guys all the time, and it's really fun. I have a ton of fun D&Ding. And I feel like I bit off more than I could chew with DMing as far as my confidence was going to let me. I'm not a very confident human being when it comes down to it. I get insecure about stuff all the time, and it's just... it's crazy. It feels like I'm not doing right. Like, I mean, being a DM is, like... It's not an easy thing. You gotta know your group well. You gotta know, like, what they're comfortable with, what they're not comfortable with, which, you know, I'm sorry, I agree with that statement. Know what your group is comfortable with. Like, ultimately, there are gonna be things they're not comfortable with, and that's more on you for, that's kind of on you if you decide to go with it and not talk to them about it. But aside from that, I know what my group's comfortable with. I'm just not sure I'm the comfortable one, you know? I'm not sure if I'm confident. Which, obviously, I'm not if I'm saying it. Oh, God. But, I try my best, like any other person. DMing's not a perfect sport. It's not a perfect, There's an art to it. It's way harder than it looks. And I'll admit, I don't feel like I'm the best at it. By any means. I have ideas. I have a lot of ideas, and I just don't always know how to execute them, I think, is my biggest problem. That is, and then I kind of get self-conscious about not knowing how to execute them, and I'll admit, I was terrible when it came to, like, I'm just picking up random power-ups at this point. I was Oh man, I felt like I was bad at world building. World building is way harder than it seems. Like, there are ways to make it easy. I've seen the ways to make it easy. But, like, even then, it feels like I'm not... I felt like for a long time I wasn't confident in it. Red Ribbon talks about confidence issues for, like, 5 minutes. No. I feel like it's a human reaction, though. Not everybody feels like they're amazing at the thing they do. Even if they're pretty well practiced at it. Alright, cool. I can stop. I'm gonna quit effing around real fast. This guy. Squallow the Lone Fischetti. I've never looked at this guy's name up until now. Squallow the Lone Fischetti. I love it. This game has a lot of charm to it. But, this guy is a jerk. He will make you miserable if you are not careful. So his thing, he's a loan shark, as seen by the fact that he's holding our main character's paw, as if taunting us. He added piggy banks to our slot machine here. His strategy is to eventually get it to a point to where we're gonna keep picking up more and more of those piggy banks, which will give us gives him more and more stacks of whatever nonsense he's on, to a point to where eventually he's gonna start doing a crap ton of damage to us. And it's gonna hurt if we do not do something about it. This is usually as far as I get until the game decides to punch me in the face repeatedly. But I'm fairly confident with my setup right now. I'm more confident in my setup in this than I am in D&D. But yeah, aside from everything I just said, besides that, sorry I had to do my little aside here, I just wanted to talk about that. But yes, I feel like I'm not that mega confident in my skills as a DM, and I feel like it sometimes shows in my writing, and I hate it. I hate that feeling, but like, it is as it is, you know? Yeah, this is my strategy for this guy. Dodge every attack. And hope he gets bored. Because, who boy is he do scary big boy damage. And I don't like it. I think I'm pretty well off to, like, try something else here. I can still dodge attacks for the most part, so I'm not too scared of him at the immediate second. But I'm going to be, is the problem. I'm going to get to that point where I will be scared of this guy. Because he deals a lot of damage. But as long as I keep my head on straight, I think I'll be fine. I clench like every single time I see that. This guy's no joke. He's a little scary. He hurts. That's why my strategy is to hopefully just keep dodging until he stops hitting me. Oh dear, that's rough. Okay. Minimize the damage. That's all I can do. Okay, now I can start hurting him again. Well, since we're on the topic of D&D, what's everybody's favorite class to play? Personally speaking, I love Rangers and Bards. And no, I'm not... I feel like it doesn't bear saying. Look, if you want to be that horny bard, be the horny bard, dude. As long as your group is okay with it and your DM is not that bothered by it, like, who cares? Have fun, you do you. You know, that's all what it is at the end of the day. You're all consenting adults at the end of the day, right? Right? Like, you know, if you're gonna be the horny bard that wants to screw every dragon he runs across, then fine, whatever. I'm not saying I do that. Personally speaking, I like to play my bards a little more silly. I like to be like just a silly entertainer versus a guy who wants to screw everything on 2 legs, but like, or 4 legs, or no legs. Bards are weird, dude. But oh yeah, look, I did it. And all I had to do was talk about bards. I think that's good for now. But yes, if you want to be that kind of bard, be that kind of bard. But, you know, just talk to your DM. Talk to your DM, talk to your party. You'll have fun. Personally speaking, I do enjoy bards. I love rangers as well. I used to be a fighter main, but then I started having fun with the other guys, and, well, here I am. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun. Dungeon Clawler. Fun game, guys. If you haven't tried it, it's on Steam. Give it a shot. You're gonna love it. Plus, it has costumes for characters, and I'm a sucker for costumes. Anyway, this is Red Ribbon, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Bye!